What's new, YouTube? TV Black Santa back with another video. After 2 days, it's been like 48 hours, a lot of seconds, couple, few hundred minutes. But if you've been very excited for this video, please make sure you leave a like. And if you hadn't yet, make sure you subscribe to show your support. And if you want to hear it in my words, turn that gray thumbs up button blue and that red sub button gray, ring the bell, and share it if you deem worthy. So we're back to our interactive horror games. Last time we did the doll. We did both endings. We got all the endings off of the doll. And now we're here at After Funeral. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. You receive messages in your computer, those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again. He asks you to do a few things. Will you believe in the messages? You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son Jonathan White was buried in the graveyard of a local church. He was just 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter's song, Close to You. Since your son passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he's been your everything, he was your angel, now he's gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to the market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying in bed, motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes, and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers. Those you are not familiar with, you're not so religious, while the lifeless body of your son laid in the church. His feet were turned to the east. He was wearing a black suit and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all this. You wished it were you lying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 14 o'clock right now. You're a writer who had been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open on the computer. The screen is blank. You hadn't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts and an ashtray and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. That's better, and that low-key scared me. As you're sipping your coffee, the doorbell rings. I guess we'll open it. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. He had drunk beers and had a barbecue with him for several times. Bob is a nice guy. He's overweight, has dark, short black hair, has no facial hair. He wears dark blue jacket and black beanie. Hey, how are you? Wanted to ask, how have you been? Fine. Bob believes in your lie. It's good that you're doing better, fam. No, fam. Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, but I'm sure you'll get over it. You're a strong man. Thank you. Bob knows I'm going to the market right now. Bob continues, I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you're out of cigarettes. Nah. Okay, man, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob too. Then he goes, you close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen. That should have been blank, but no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. Shout it out. After you shout out your deceased son's name, new letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it's me. You're not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him. If the computer is online, your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. You pull the cable. You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no, you're wrong. I am in the computer. You ask, how is that possible? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you, and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh. I'm so afraid. It's cold and dark. I'm so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Nah. What? Are you sure? Yes, I should not talk with a ghost. You're not Jonathan? No, I do not want to be with you. You shouldn't talk to ghosts. What? You POS? I hate you, you SOB. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Oh. Oh. Bad word. Oh. R word, your wife's rotten corpse. They upgraded. They learned. Then a glass of your monitor gets broken by itself. There's a large crack on the screen. It's gone black. You won't be able to use the computer anymore today. After a scaring and annoying text you've received, you no longer experience anything supernatural today. You go to the market to buy a new pack of cigarettes. You need them today. You don't want to write anything. You can't do it, even if you wanted to. You need to buy a new monitor first. It's midnight, you decide to sleep, so you take your sleeping pills. It takes 1 to 2 hours to fall asleep. You see your deceased pretty wife's face in your dream. Deceased pretty wife in your dream. Except, she's not pretty anymore. She's like a rotten corpse, a skeleton to be exact, lying in her coffin. You can't expect much to be left from her body after 8 years of death and decay. What makes this dream even worse is that the fact that she's moving. She writhes inside the coffin. You feel her pain and despair from her body parts moving, from the way her body parts are moving. You wake up to the sound of the doorbell's ring. Of the door's rings bell. You take a closer look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and go to open the door. It's Bob. Hello. I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There's anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of a repeated death of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is that this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Walcott states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. The end. We know what to do. Run it back. Alright, and we're back. We have to find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Bye for now, my son. Yeah, I've only got 1 candle at home. You normally use candles when electricity is gone, so you don't need more than 1 candle. What will I do? Should ask our homie. You wear a long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, Bob opens the door. Hey, what's up? I need 4 candles. Sure, I have plenty of them. Why do you need them, may I ask? I have received strange messages. It says that it's Jonathan. Bob explains everything that happens today, including the owner of the messages, asking for 5 candles. Oh, I explain to Bob. I think something's pulling a prank on you. I don't really believe in ghosts or something like that, but if I were you, I would not do what he wants you to do. Are you still, you want the candles? Yes. Very well, let me bring the candles. Goes to the kitchen and pour candles. Take the candles away in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. I am back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes, I did. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery. Bring my coffin home. What? Oh, wow. Good Lord wants us to be together. Don't you want you to bring me back to life? Turn that off. Turn it off and take a high dose of sleeping pills because you need to go to sleep. You're having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in the garden with green grass, colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness. Angels. There are white just angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You're not a part of his dream. Jonathan doesn't see you, but you're still content with seeing him happy in this Eden. He's always been a benevolent boy after all. He deserved to go to heaven. Okay, same ending. There are two possible endings. We got the same thing. Third try. Alright, now we're digging the grave of my son. Clearly nothing bad will happen. Like, I do this every day. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down and carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You reach home, you get out your car. I don't know why it says off. You get out your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there's nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center so you don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you gets written on the screen. Now, put the candles into a star. You light them, and now read these words aloud. A lonely goat on the mountain, he is thirsty for humanity, humanly love, and affection. I shall give him the water. I read the lines. The coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid opens slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He's wearing a black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you. Without saying anything, he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It's impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you. It's impossible to say no. You crouch down, take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. Turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin burnt like coal. Jonathan had an innocent and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who's very ugly, and he has no hair. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. Okay. Man. I don't know what to say right now. Why? Because I kind of don't understand it. Like, I don't get the message. It wasn't really that scary. If I'm being honest with you, it's just weird. It's just a man grieving, and it so happens that an old man. This is why I hate horror movies nowadays, because they're not scary. They don't have anything, that makes me be unnerved or something like that. They're like, oh, get this scary looking fear thing out as soon as possible, and scare them as much as I can before they grew tired or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. I just woke up. So yeah, that's really it. That's after funeral. Man, I'm tearing. I tear when I yawn. But that's after funeral. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like. If you didn't, I'm very sorry for my failure of being able to read. I'm clearly very tired. I just woke up not too long ago, like about 2 hours ago, which is very recent at that. But if you liked it, make sure you turn that gray thumbs up button blue. Hit that red sub button, turn it gray, ring the bell, share it out to your friends or something like that. I need a nap. Stand out. Peace.